This is Batman. You're watching Kyle Reviewed.
Hey guys, just finished watching Arrow, Season 8, Episode 9, Green Arrow and the Canaries. What an interesting episode. So this is like the Backdoor Pilot to, a potential spinoff with, starring Mia Smoke and the two Canaries, Laurel Lance, aka Black Siren, and Dinah Drake, Black Canary. And it's an interesting thing because it's not even, we don't even have anything, said. We don't know anything confirmed. I don't think they even picked this up yet for the rest of the season. And they've renewed all the other shows: Flash, Supergirl, Legend of Tomorrow, Batwoman, and even picked up the Superman and Lois show. But this has not been picked up, so which is interesting. And the story here, it's okay. It is what it is. I don't feel like, if the way they end the story, I don't feel like, oh my god, I need to see what's happening, or like, there's such a big enough cliffhanger. It's like, oh my god, if they don't pick up this show, they need to take this story and finish it up somehow on Legend of Tomorrow or one of the other shows. And I think Legend of Tomorrow, there's some talk in here. Also, obviously, with the connection to Laurel and stuff, being sisters with Sarah and stuff, they could continue and finish up that show over there and stuff if they wanted to. But I feel like the storyline here is okay, but I'm not really kind of super duper oh my god, I need to find out the ending of this show. So it's like, here it is what it is. I'm watching all the other shows, so I probably would watch this. But at the same time, it's like, I kind of don't want this show, just because, first of all, it's in 2040, and I think that's just stupid for the show. They just finished setting up Earth Prime on after Crisis and stuff, and everything all being on one Earth, and then having this show being in the future where they can't interact with any of the shows, other than Legends here or there, but Legends is not going to interact too much with them. They're, all about bouncing around time. But this show, it would have been nice to have it in 2020 with Flash and Supergirl and Batwoman. That way the supporting characters could come back and forth. You could have Connor Hawke jumping on Supergirl, different things like that. You could have, you could have anyone from Supergirl going over. You could have Windshot or something going over if he becomes full-time or something, if he's returning. And then you could also have someone like Alex Danvers going over and helping these out. You could have, Cisco go over and helping them out. You could have Caitlin. You could have, Iris. There's so many possibilities of people you could have bouncing around and stuff. And maybe you could have someone like Diggle, being a character that just kind of bounce around throughout the shows and stuff. I feel like after, being on 8 seasons of a show, David Randy's going to want to take a break, unless they want to bring him in as Green Lantern for the HBO Max show, but I doubt that. So you could have someone like Diggle, you could have someone like Lila bouncing around through all the shows and it popping up on here, and have them being kind of a recurring character that just pops up on a little bit of all the shows here and there. Every 2 or 3 weeks you see Diggle on one of the many shows. You don't know what show he's going to be on, but he could be on one of the shows, right? But having this being in the future, it completely separates it from the possibility of doing those little crossovers now, and even now being able to cross over with Black Lightning. So that's just kind of disappointing there that we're not even allowed to get that, because it would be cool to see Thunder at some point, be able to jump on this show, especially this being, an all-female lead cast, having Thunder and, they haven't given Jen yet a superhero name, I don't think, but you could have one or two of those characters bouncing around and seeing as to where things kind of crossing over here and there would be quite fun, but having it in the future, you kind of get rid of that. So this, we'll have to wait and see as to where things kind of go with this. Interesting idea. I'm not sure if I like the whole, they turned John Jones's mind control powers, mind awakening powers, that he was able to, give everyone the memories that that Crisis took away from them. And yet they were able to turn that into like some sort of little ring that they had, which I don't know. It was a bit silly the way they did that. I think if they had explained it as if a future version of Cisco, he spent the last 20 years trying to recreate, the Martian technology, that would have made more sense. But Cisco just Cisco just copied his stuff. Seems a little bit convenient and a little bit kind of what's the point of Martian Manhunter if his powers could be replicated by a little ring type thing? Instead of, it could make sense if you had a huge giant machine, that you could do, but a little ring that's able to give people all their old memories back, it just seems a bit silly, in my opinion, instead of just having him show up, at some point. But whatever. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see as to where this show goes. It was okay. Some of the, like I said, the ending stuff was like, okay, I'm kind of interested in the story, but I don't feel like I need to know the ending. I need to know see where things go. I need the show to get picked up to kind of finish the story, So it's like, okay, we'll see where things go. So, let me know what you think, guys, in the comments below. Are you excited for this show? Are you disappointed that it's also in 2040, like I am? Would you like to see it in 2020 so that it can interact with their other shows? Even though we know that we're not going to get any more big crossovers like Crisis. We're going to taking a break from that. We're going to be having more smaller crossovers just between one or two shows, things like that. Just like more supporting characters bouncing around. And I think that would be cool with this show, but you just get rid of that by having it in the future. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see as to where things go. But, yeah, I'm not excited for this show. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Hi, this is Kevin Conroy, talking to you from the library of Wayne Manor. You may know me as Batman. I just want you to know that you're watching Kyle Reviewed. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.